Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and today we got a gift in the form of DC Comics giving us a trailer, and we are going to take a look at it, but there are a few things with I Am Not Starfire that I want to talk about. Full disclosure here, though, Mariko Tamaki is the writer. Mariko Tamaki, when reeled in with an editor, at least I think that's the difference, is a fantastic writer. She did amazing work in Detective Comics right now. It is absolutely one of my favorite titles and honestly better than Batman. Not a troll. It is better than Batman, in my opinion. At least it's more compelling, right? So she also did great in Future State, one of the best books to come out of that 2-month span. And her Wonder Woman run, love it. So well done. With all of that being said, she also has done work on She-Hulk, which I feel like she definitely didn't know what she was doing or she was being pushed that way. And then my biggest gripe was her Harley Quinn Breaking Glass, which she won Eisners for, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but even so, with Breaking Glass, it was full of a lot of woke politics. Yes, I'm going to use woke as the word and not be ironic about it because it was. It was full of identity politics, but it wasn't made for me. And I understand that. It was for a younger generation, along with I Am Not Starfire. This is absolutely not made for me. It doesn't mean I won't be reviewing it. It doesn't mean I won't be getting it, and we might go over it on stream. If you guys are interested, let me know down below. Comment and let me know. But we will absolutely be diving into this. So if you don't remember, I Am Not Starfire was this graphic novel that is coming out. It is a YA title. So again, I get it. It's not made for me, but we still got to talk about it, right? So a lot of what is going on here, in my opinion, is there's no bad characters in comics, right? Just bad writing. So a lot of it's going to depend upon that. And I'm not going to use kind of insults as far as going at Mariko Tamaki or the artwork. I want to actually talk about it in a real sense. I don't want to weaken my argument, right? Whereas a lot of times people chase that woke ghost. You caught it here. You caught it here and with Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. Now, the biggest thing I want to say before talking about this or looking at the trailer is a lot of people are using that argument that it's a self-insert. And clearly it looks very similar to her. There's no debating that. But self-inserts have been around since comic has. Like, people know how to really write when they're writing from their true experience, right? So we saw like Grant Morrison do a self-insert at the final issue of Animal Man, and it became a whole thing. He was in Suicide Squad and all of these things, right? Terry Long was, who's Donna Troy's husband, right? Was based off of Marv Wolfman. We had Jack Kirby doing a self-insert with The Thing. There was creators like the Wonder Woman's actual creator, William Morton Marston. It's more accurate to say Diana is based off of Marston's wife, Elizabeth, and kind of like their lover, Olive Bunn, with Marston himself being Steve Trevor. So if you've ever seen, looked into Wonder Woman's history, it's fascinating, but all of the bondage and fetish stuff, yeah, it's still fascinating. But then you have characters like Jack Knight, who's DC's Starman, right? I'm not explaining this well. Jack is Starman, and James Robinson is a strong resemblance to the artist Tony Harris. So a lot of these things we saw people like Tom King and Mitch Gerads and Pierre in the audience in Mr. Miracle number 12, along with Dan DiDio and Jim Lee. We've seen a lot of these things, right? So a self-insert argument, I think, is silly. What I don't think is silly is to actually go through and have us look at the panels, the art. It's interesting, but actually kind of go through and, you know what? Let's just take a look at this trailer here because it's interesting to say the least.
Starfire. I'm Mandy. All my life, I've been the kid of the superhero, but really, I'm like the opposite of my mom, Starfire. She can fly and shoot star bolts. I can't do any of that. Now, Blackfire, my evil aunt, shows up and tells me it's time to meet my fate. So now I have to battle her for the throne of Tamarin.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it real quick. My biggest grief here, and I think the voice actress does a good job, the way they put it all together. It's cute. It's not a bad trailer, right? My biggest grief here is they almost stole Dr. Light's outfit here. Like, it's so close. Why? What were you thinking?
That is. And since I'm not my mother, what happens next is going to be totally messed up.
It's going to be totally messed up. Let's get this off. All right. So we've got this trailer, and I get it. It's cringy, and it's not perfect. It's not the worst thing we've ever seen. But the whole point is everyone's heard this story over and over again. And I think that's a lot of what people are getting sick of. The lesbian saves the day, does this, doesn't like her parents, has to use a platform that she has to put down her mother. And that's a big problem with legacy characters. They're beloved. You're not going to sit there and use a unknown character to absolutely take away from a character that we like. We know other characters, right? They could have simply used Nightstar. I did a whole video about that a while back. Why was that not used? Now I get you want to create a new character, fine. But you don't have to beat up on an existing character to make a new one. Now, let's get to the other issue here people are having. Oh boy, really, like the criticism of I am not Starfire seems to be getting away from the main point. Okay, let's learn what the main point is. Oh, that it's fucked to draw them as white after Anna Dwight faced so much harassment for her casting when she's been black coded for years. Nothing else needs to be said. Okay, so Anna Dwight is and will be playing Starfire in Titans on HBO Max. We talked about that yesterday. She does a great job. I know a lot of people don't like her, and I get it, but I like it. So this, though, is absolutely ridiculous. For one, Starfire was never black coded. I had to look up what that meant. Now, from my understanding, is black coded is a white character with black features because they don't or couldn't create a new black character. So we are looking at, I'll put some pictures up of Starfire, right? She was never black coded. If that's what you're saying, she was never black coded. A lot of the time she's orange, honey. She's orange. It is okay for Mariko Tamaki to make this character orange because clearly she's orangish white, right? She's very white, but she's still got that orange tint to her. That's ridiculous. Stop this nonsense. Just because Anna Dwight does a good job on Starfire doesn't mean every single version of Starfire has to be black. Absolutely, it does not. There's a multiverse for a reason, right? We can, if you're going to use the multiverse against us and say, well, we can have a black Clark Kent because, black Clark Kent is just from the multiverse. Well, no, Calvin Ellis and Val Zod, but even so, I can do the exact same thing. This is from a different multiverse. She can be white. Deal with it. Either way you look at it, it's ridiculous, but I'm just saying, doesn't need to be this way. Anyway, so we're going to definitely take a look at this. Everybody is roasting it. I am not Starfires. I am not like the other girls. Yes, we exist. Okay, what? Yeah, we know. Stereotypical identity crisis. That's the way to put it. Every girl goes through it where they don't want to be like their mom. I'm exactly opposite of my mom. It could be the fact that she is a meth head and I don't know where she even is. Yeah. All of that. So, I don't know. I find it funny though. So anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this trailer, about, poor Starfire is white now. Hey, what? Excuse me, what? I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
I keep up with the guys and